Welcome to the Bold and Unbothered podcast. And today we're going to be talking about the spoken words of mother. This is pretty much going to be a masterclass, so definitely tune in. And before I get into the basics of what we're about to talk about tonight, I want you to definitely have an open mind as you listen to this podcast slash masterclass. And I want you to definitely listen through the whole entire video before clicking off and getting distracted by something else. So, if you have free time, sit here and watch this video. If you feel like you can't sit through this video right now, swipe away and come back later, okay? So we are going to be getting into the spoken words of mother. What do I mean by that? What do you mean mother? Who is mother? And what you talking about? Okay. Down to the first topic, I want to talk about the balance between the masculine and the feminine. And what I mean by this, I mean that the masculine father of creator, the masculine father as in God, okay? And then getting down to the feminine, who is mother, okay? That is the earth, that is the inside, meaning the womb, okay? We are inside of Mother Earth, and that is why she is called Mother Earth, the land of the free. We are inside of our mother. She nourishes us and she provides for us, okay? When I say the balance between those two, the mother and the father is different when it comes between within. So when we speak about father, when we speak about masculine, what is that? That is the action to the reaction of what we do. So, for instance, give you an example. When someone says something rude about us, when someone wants to fight us or something like that, what is your first instinct? Your first instinct is to take action. Your first instinct is to move. So that is the masculine part of you. When it comes down to your feminine, that is your voice, that is your demeanor. So when a woman speaks, she's providing information to the women and to the male and to the children around her and to humanity. Okay? So the masculine energy and the masculine is the action. The feminine is the voice, the provider. Okay? So when it comes down to, okay, well, I thought the male and the masculine was the providers. Yes, they are. But the women are the main providers. We are the providers. We are the nurturers, okay? What we say, go. So when we speak to the male, when we speak to the masculine, they enforce our voice. They enforce and put in the actions. So this is why when people come around women who are really in their feminine energy and they can just fluid in their energy, they can just vibe in knowing who they are and not really need to take action because they have a male behind them who knows how to take action for her. Women don't like that because some women are still stuck in their masculine. So their first instinct is to take actions. Now, when it comes to feminine and our feminine energy, yes, we are very emotional. Yes, we are emotional creatures. But that does not mean that we don't have the knowledge to understand how we are very, very powerful in the voice, in the vocals, in the words that we speak. So when I say the balance between the masculine and the feminine, you need to understand when to take action and when to speak. Everything is not going to evolve in an action, and everything is not going to evolve when to speak. So what I mean by that is the women are the ones who speak things into existence. This is why the power in the tongue is very, very powerful, and it's very, very strong. And that saying is not just a saying, because it's legit. The power of the tongue is legit a sword. Okay? And when you speak amongst the environment, when you speak amongst yourself and things of that nature, you are manifesting a action to a reaction. Okay? So even if you are by yourself, okay, you and within yourself balancing the feminine and the masculine, you need to understand when to speak on things so you are able to implement, so you are able to take action. So, for example, another example, when you are in a household with a mother and a father, when the mother speaks out and tells the child to go do something and the child don't move, the father gets up, the father steps up and enforce what the mother just said. So now the mother now needs to step back and can step back because the masculine energy stepped forward and took place and took action. So that is the balance between mother and father, masculine and feminine. Now, when we talk about masculine and feminine, we are realizing that the world is majority masculine, even with the female. Okay? When we pull out, you know, when we go out to looking for help, when we go out to looking for answers, we've automatically run to father. And we forget that mother is here as well. Why are we not running to mother? Why are we only running to father? There's a yin and there's a yang for a reason. And when people start to detach things and start to move things out of order, things cannot yin nor yang. Mother and father goes together. This is why majority of homes never could stay together, because the world makes sure that the father and the mother splits up. So you rarely see families and households with the mother and the father in one. That is the balance. The masculine and the feminine playing in their own positions. So another thing, when you are reading the Bible, you are having, and reading the Bible and is religious, you are in a relationship with Father. Okay? When you are spiritual, when you are spiritually awakened, you are in the relationship with Mother. And when people are spiritual and not religious, the religious people put their nose up at the spiritual people because we rather be tapped into Mother, who is the provider. Nothing is wrong with having a relationship with them both. Nothing is wrong with having a relationship with both, okay? Mother and father. But the issue is when it comes to father, they want to put us in a organized cult. When that's not it. Father is in within us. Okay? Father is within us. God is in within us. And when it's time to outsource, when it's time to go through things, we go speak to Mother, nature, trees, ground ourselves, meditating. Okay? So it's way deeper than just saying, oh, I'm in my masculine energy, oh, I'm in my feminine energy. It's deeper than that. That masculine energy is knowing that God is within us. So when it's time to take the action, we are moving with our Father's energy, but moving in love, moving in abundance, moving in wanting things to change for the good. So the ones who are quick to run to church, you don't need to run to church. You don't need to run to nobody's church. Your home is the church. You are Father from within. That is your masculine energy. Understanding that God is within you. When it's time to outsource, you need to go ground yourself and speak with mother. Okay? Because she's going to help you channel yourself to speak with father. So, when people say, I need to go to church, I need to go speak to pastor, I need to go speak to my therapist, I need to go you don't. You don't. First thing you need to do is seek yourself. Seek in with self. Get the negative thoughts out of your head. Yes, it will be hard, and yes, it's going to be hard. Even though you want to overpower your negative thoughts with positive thoughts, it can be very challenging. This is why self-work and inner work takes time. You will not wake up in 24 hours and be perfectly fine. You will be fine for the day, but as things move on and as time goes, something can make you fall into depression. When you are tapped into your masculine and your feminine and you understand the balance in between them, let's give you an example. An artist, okay? When we become very creative, we have to think with the flow of how we want to create our art. And then we take action on how to bring it to life. Okay? So the mother and the father, the masculine and the feminine, are both creators. Okay? But to balance them, you have to understand on mother way on how to think and how to speak. And then the father way is on, how to bring it into reality. How to take action. Okay? That's the balance. We have to understand to balance them. Okay? We need both, and they both need balancing. Now, moving on to the sacred womb, the heart of the motherland. And what do I mean by this? The sacred womb is the earth that we are living in. And as we see right now, global warming is not okay due to the children that is on this earth. We are the children of motherland. And a lot of her children are sitting here disrespecting her when we understand to just live in the now and to respect the creative floor that we walk on, the ground that we walk on, which is mother who holds us. Once we understand to respect that and respect her, we won't have to worry about global warming. We won't have to worry about the weird weather and the weird energy that is going on. And when we talk about bad energy and why, when we talk about bad energy and good energy and why is that even around, why did God even invent evil or bad and things of that nature, is because we have to understand that no matter of the chaos, we will understand how to push through. And this is what you call life. Life is not supposed to be easy, but you are supposed to hold yourself accountable within self to get yourself the knowledge and the actions to put yourself through what is best for you. We all go through pain. We all go through struggles. We've all hit brick walls. But it's our time and it's our right to get up and take action. Women are very powerful. When we speak and we put things out there, things start to happen in our favor. And there's a lot of times where people look at me and like, girl, you are lucky. And I'm just being me. I'm honestly just being me. My energy is not just nasty. I can get irritated, I can get annoying, but my energy and the way I carry myself is not a nasty demeanor. So when I do things and when I carry myself around the world, it may look like I'm lucky. I wish I could be real lucky to have $1 million in my bank account right now. Now that's lucky. But no, I move with great energy. So when things happen for me, I don't call it luck. I call it that it was already there for me. I just need to know how to take actions on it and just go ahead and move. Okay? And when we talk about the motherland, we wonder why things are not being the way that it should, because we want to separate mother and give father all of the props. And this is why a lot of women don't understand the power of themselves. And we always want to push towards and look towards the men, look towards the masculine. Well, they supposed to provide for us. Well, they supposed to be doing this. Well, they supposed to be doing that. Okay, and what are you supposed to be doing? What are you supposed to be doing? Are you nurturing? Are you providing? The men are not the only people who are supposed to be providing. The women are providers as well. Women are creators as well. We are the most powerful. But when we are backed up with the masculine, we become even more powerful. So when we come together and we work together and when we balance things out, we will understand how to unlearn things and how to enhance our skills together. Okay? So stop worrying about so much on what the masculine is doing and what the masculine needs to be doing, and worry about what you need to be doing, and worry about how to balance your masculine and your feminine. So you are able to understand how to step out and be you. How to step out in the raw truth of unmasking yourself. Because a lot of women are walking around in this world masked up. So when they find someone else who is very confident, who's very raw, who's very natural, that woman becomes very, very triggering to the insecure woman. Because they don't know how to balance themselves and they don't know how to find help in the inner help from them and their selves. Being in motherland, we need to understand how to respect her so she is able to continuously provide for us. She gives us the fruit, she gives us the nourishing. We need to take that and respect that and cater to her. So when we walk out and when we do things, I know this is off topic, but all the way down to when people litter, that is damaging the mother, and she is crying out to us in the ocean when thunderstorms happen, when certain weird weather situations happens. People want to say that's our ancestors coming back. That's our ancestors coming back. What if that's just mother calling out to her children? And it's just that simple. But because so many people are so focused on masculine and the father, they want to put the weather on something else. They want to put global warming on sciences. They want to put global warming on this and that and that and that and that. One thing about being intact with mother and the motherland is she's going to make sure that you discover your raw truths. Okay? And this is why a lot of people do not like getting spiritually awakened, because you're going to go through pulling out some real deep trauma. And this is exactly what you need. Some of y'all, this is exactly what you need, because some of you end up getting into businesses based off of emotions. And this is what I mean by emotions is not going to always be your answer. Because once you do something based off emotions, that next decision is going to be a real awakening based off how you move. So, understand that it is okay to express emotions, but you have to understand when to push them back. You're going to have to understand when to push your emotions back and to step forward into your leadership. So, when we are leaders, we understand that we're going to have to sacrifice some things. We're going to have to make some real critical decisions. Okay? And it really takes it really takes a clear mindset. Okay? And it's okay to take time to have some moments to keep thinking, but don't always hold on to that, okay? You are here to lead, okay? And people always say everyone can't be a leader. Everyone cannot be a leader. But if you are the person who is set to lead, you need to be in your position. So, no, don't tussle with nobody about everybody ain't here to lead. Who said I wanted to lead? Blah, 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 blah. Cool, 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 cool. There's no need to have an argument. But if you are here and you know you are set to lead, you need to be in your position. Okay? You are gifted with talents and skills to impact and influence people around you. The skills that you have, you are able to use to offer to humanity. You understand that, right? So, being able to trust in yourself and to believe in yourself is allowing you to understand that you create with your hands, with your mind, and with your actions. And you are able to do what you put your mind to. You have to trust yourself. This what happens when you become a leader. You have to be able to trust yourself. If you know you are talented and you know that you have a lot of creativity in your bloodline and your DNA right on that spine of yours, then you know you should be leading someone. You need to lead yourself so you are able to lead others. When you become a leader, sometimes people are not going to agree with you, and that is okay. We're not here to be everyone's friend. We're not here to be liked by everyone. We are here to always spread the truth, the knowledge, the love, and the abundance. So, if you're not into that, cool. But for those who are and those who feel like they are and they know that they are, and if you have been procrastinating to get in your full potential, this is your time to go ahead. Okay? Because you are called to lead and you know it. So I don't know why you sitting on your talent. But it's time to go. And it's time to get up. Okay? Now, when we get into the history of women, and how women have so much power in the way that women are treated in job spaces, in society overall. When opportunities come to us, that is not the time to play and take advantage. And I never spoke on this, but for instance, when we are in corporate or where we go into an actual job, we most likely get paid less than the men. And I can tell you a quick story time right here, okay? Teenage years, me and my boyfriend met pretty much our young teenage years. And we both went to the same job, okay? He had an interview and I had an interview, but we went at different times. He went first, he got his pay rate, she told him his pay rate, and then after his interview, a couple hours went by, blah, blah, blah. I went, I got my interview, and I got my pay rate. And you know what I did? I had to ask them, why my pay rate so low? Why can I start at this pay rate? And it was because you need to work here at a certain amount of times before I can pay you this rate. This is why people run their own business, because you are sitting there telling me that I need to work here for a certain amount of times so I can be approved for this pay rate when I know I deserve this pay rate. Okay? Definitely by the jobs I've worked at. So, my pay rate was 7 something, and my boyfriend pay rate was like 8 or 9 something. And mind you, he went first, so I already knew how much he was getting if he got hired. And then when I went to my interview, she told me what I would be getting if I was to get hired. And that is why I also asked her, why is my pay rate lower? And I had to ask her for more and got turned down for more. Well, yeah, got turned down for asking for more. So this is why women should step out and not limit themselves. Because if we don't push ourselves to step out of our comfort zones, if we don't push ourselves out of the box and start thinking for ourselves and understanding that we're worth more than this and we can do more than this and we're capable of more. When we understand that, we will push ourselves to go out and do more. We will get ourselves focused and understand that we have more. We deserve more and we can get more. So when we go out and look at ourselves in the mirror and understand that when it's time to let something go, it's time to let it go. And sometimes just because the opportunity is there for you does not mean it's the right opportunity for you. Okay? Just because the opportunity is there for you does not mean it is right for you. And that is the one motto I'm going to keep to myself going throughout 2025 and so on. Because yes, we have so many opportunities that's presented to us, but sometimes those opportunities are just, they're not it. Something else is there. Something else is there, and I am not going to get distracted by the actual right thing that is for me. Okay? So there's always a distraction because sometimes we might move into the emotions of start making decisions. I need to get this now. I need to move fast. I need this. I need this. I need this. I need to go, 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 go. You know, boom, 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 boom. The first opportunity that comes to us, boom, yes, okay. let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. But sometimes your decisions may take time to develop for you to go ahead and understand that that is the right decision for you. And even though sometimes we want fast, 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 we want now, 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 sometimes that is always not the right thing. We have to understand that building and moving up is going to take time. And this is why you always have to remain focused, because if you don't and you let distractions get in the way, you're going to get slowed down. You're going to slow down your mission, you're going to slow down your goals, and then you're going to be pushed back. So this is why people say tunnel vision. So this is why you also need to figure out a good schedule for you, figure out your priorities, figure out what you need to focus on, and start figuring out what shade room got going on. Because shade room is not paying your bills. So before you go out to the club Thursday, Saturday, you need to be figuring out what can you be doing right now. Did I schedule my post today? Did I send out a contract today? Did I go do this today? For my business so I can make some money. Or getting in motion to making some money. Getting in some leads, getting in some traction going on. That's the type of energy that you want going on. So your energy knows where it wants to flow and what to focus on. Because you are tunnel visioned. You are madly, madly focused. So get focused, okay? Get focused. And back in the day, we as women really had to fight for our rights. We literally have women rights, and we had to fight for those. To vote, to do this, to just why? Why? What makes us different? So let me read something to y'all, okay? Because I want y'all to understand the importance of what women had to fight for. And the way that women are acting today is insane. And I need y'all to wake up and understand that we had to fight for certain stuff. And for y'all to sit here and lack in the knowledge because you rather go party is insane. And I don't care. Okay? I don't care because the resources are there. Okay? Before we had iPads, phones, and all of that, y'all had books. Y'all had the books. They were right there in the library. The books was in the library. And did your grandmas and everybody else decide to pick them up? No. Because y'all didn't understand the importance of passing on education. No, not pushing them in college. That's not, no. I'm talking about passing on the education of way deeper stuff. Okay? But let me read something to you, okay? So, women had to fight for a range of rights and freedom that were denied to them by the systemic discrimination, okay? We had to fight for the right to vote, right to own property. So y'all see how a lot of these women are starting to own properties and building their dream homes. We had to fight for that. Okay? Access to education. And you remember how our parents Now our grandparents, well, not our parents now, but our grandparents' parents would go send their children to school, and the teachers up there with paddles, whipping the kids. That's what we send our kids to school for. Offer often buried from higher education and professional training, limiting their career opportunities. Right to work in equal pay. I just gave y'all a story, and that was a real life story. It says the right to work and equal pay. Women fought for fair wages and the right to work outside traditional roles without discrimination or harassment. Representation in leadership. Women fought for equal representation in politics, business leadership, and other positions of power. They didn't believe that women had the heart to run businesses, organizations. They didn't feel like women had the capabilities. Like representation and leadership. Women lead, okay? One thing we know how to do is lead somebody into something. We are very persuasive. Like, am I lying? No. We are very persuasive. We know how to lead. We know how to influence people. We know how to trigger people. Okay? Intersectional rights. Women of color, the LGBTQ plus women, and those with disabilities fought for recognition, of their unique struggles within the broader women's right movement. So if you was black, if you was LGBTQ, and if you had a disability, you was really done bad. Really done bad. Okay? Why are we fighting for human rights? Who, like, come on. Despite progress, challenges remain. Closing the wage gap, combating gender-based violence, ensuring educational access in developing countries, and achieving workplace equity. These battles are the foundation of many rights women enjoy today. Yet there's still work to be done to achieve true equality. And you see why I am talking about this. These battles are the foundation of many rights women enjoy today. Yet there's still work to be done for true equality. This is what I mean when I say the feminine, the mother, is disrespected. No one is tapped into her. This is why half the time women don't know how to get it together. Because we don't understand the powers that we have in different areas besides showing off our butts and our breasts and seducing people. and manipulating people. We don't need to do that. Trying to be a leader as a woman in the first place is already enough. They don't like that. They don't like to see women in power. When a woman steps in her power and is clear and understands that, that is attentive enough. You got their eyes. And now they're really going to be ready to fight. Because you're stepping up in the power of the confidence. So being a leader itself is already triggering. We have to remember what women have to go through. So if there are ones out here who is trying to lead the young, who is trying to lead other women overall into healing the inner, into understanding emotional regulation and critical thinking, when we are out here trying to actually help you guys, you need to accept that help. Because you understand that all these resources were not in the hands of everyone. But because I have that skill, I am here to help you. This is why we have certain coaches, mentors, and therapists. But first, you need to look into yourself and understand what do you need help with. And get self-aware. What is the problem? Why are you having that problem? Okay, let me go find the solution. That is how you need to go upon understanding what needs to be done and what you need. Everyone wants their solution. Everyone wants their problem solved. This is why there's people in position. This is why things are in place. So when we have a problem, we can go out and find the solution. This is why we have innovative people. Because once they invent, once they create, we are able to get our problem solved. So if you are someone who is able to solve someone's problem, you need to lead. You need to step in your position and lead. You need to understand that you are in place to teach someone. So you see in here it says business leadership. Well, I'm not in business leadership. Yes, you are. You can still gain that skill. If you are a lash tech, if you are a hairstylist, you can still be in business and be a leader. You don't have to call yourself a business leadership because you're not teaching like exactly that, but that name can hang under your personal brand. When you teach someone about what you are doing and the knowledge that you know about the service you are doing, you are being a leader. Because if I am the client, if I am the audience sitting behind the camera watching you doing what you are doing, obviously I want to see what you're doing. Obviously I'm interested in what you're doing. So teach me. Tell me, what are you doing? You are being a business leader. That is what a business leader is doing. It's not about taking charge. It's about teaching. Being a leader is about teaching. It is about stepping up in the knowing of you are needing to influence, inspire, motivate. People are watching you. Understand your position. Don't be afraid to step in it. So this is why I honestly wanted to really speak on business leadership, because not business leadership, the history of women, because we really had to fight for that. And do y'all see how many women have started businesses? We have so many women who have started businesses. It is off the chain. And we had to fight for this. Women are getting out of jobs because they are ready to get paid more. They are ready to have more freedom. If you are a person who always go to work and do more and do more and do more, and you get paid the bare minimum, and you get harassed by the boss, by your employees, you get talked trashed on, who wants to work through that? Hell, I don't. And that's why I'm not in it. But honestly, I'm also not in it because when I first found out that I was pregnant, my creativity definitely kicked in. And I was really, 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 really ready to start my own business. Because I knew once I have a family and once I get pregnant, I don't want to work for nobody else. I want to be home with my children. So I don't miss their steps, so I don't miss their growth. So I don't miss my moments where I need to teach them. Because you are the teacher first. The children that you have, the children that you grow up with, that you made, that you created, that you manifested, you have to teach them. You are their first teacher. So before you go send them off to somebody else, you need to teach them. And if you say, well, my mom and my parents ain't teach me nothing, the old generation ain't do nothing for me. We know. We know. Half of us know that already. You have to take charge in understanding now. I need to understand that I'm not going to do that to my children. That's just what it is. We can blame anybody all we want to. But now it's our time to not make their mistakes. Rewire yourself and understand that I am going to make a difference for my children and for myself. Women gotta understand that our past ancestors are not here. We are creating the future. Once their souls move on to the next, it is our time to make change. That's it. It is our time to make the decision. No, we didn't ask to be here. We definitely didn't ask to be here. We did not ask to be here. But since we are here, we have to understand how to be here. So, either you get distracted or you stay focused. And yes, distractions are very fun. Some of them can be fun and they can be very amusing. That is why they call distractions. But you have to understand how to bring yourself back and stay focused on what needs to go on. And we get so wrapped up into our emotions, a lot of times our decisions are not the greatest decisions that we make. Okay? And this is why I wanted to really bring this topic up and really do this masterclass, because this needs to be talked about and people are not talking about this enough. Okay? Like, people always say the world cannot get balanced. There will never be no balance. Yes, there can be balance. The issue is no one wants to respect mother and everyone wants to keep forgetting mother. Only 10% only wants to care about mother. How is only 10% only caring about mother? We need 90%, 100%, 50-50. Balance, 50-50. Mother, father, 50-50. That's the problem. Why are women fighting for equality? Women are fighting for equality, spirituality. Being intact with spirituality is being in the relationship with mother. Women are forgotten. Women have been forgotten. The earth gets treated like trash. Who is she? What is that? What is earth? Mother. She gets treated like trash. 90 to 80% of the world cannot treat her right. And yet, we had to fight for equality. This is the stuff that we're talking about, y'all. We have to, really wake up and understand that we have to go through some shit to even get where we are. We're surprised that right now we even running our own businesses. If you have the moment to start your own business, stop sleeping on yourself and start it. Because the time that we have right now, we are lucky. We had to fight for this years ago. The 19th and the early 20th century. That wasn't too long ago. That was not too long ago. We were just fighting. And half the time, we're still fighting for certain stuff. It's not over. Because my story, what I was just telling you about, that was just 2017, I say. I think it was about 2017. Where I said my boyfriend went into the job and he was getting paid more than I went. And what she told me, I was getting paid way less. And this is still going on. This is still happening. More women are struggling more than men. A lot of women are struggling more than men, and this is why they use their body to sell. And now, because technology has advanced and because of the improvements that y'all give to some of these raunchy music artists and people online, more girls under the age of 17 and up, they are ready to hop on OnlyFans and sell their bodies. Because that is the easy way out. Because that is the fastest way that you guys will pay attention to them. When we are doing stuff like this takes longer to grow. But if they were sitting up there with their chest out and having some type of extra cheek and skin out, y'all hopping all over their camera and y'all hopping all over their comments and stuff like that. Even if they're not viral, the video is getting enough reach. The attention is there. There are literally girls under the age of 18 ready to hit their 18th birthday so they can hop on OnlyFans. They understood that when I hop on Instagram, the aesthetics that I see, this is exactly what I want, and I want it now. So when OnlyFans was popping, that's what they wanted to hop on. Women move off of emotions. We don't understand the idol of process. At least most of us. Because we get so quick to move in the masculine energy. And I'm going to be honest with you. My sign actually say I'm more masculine than I am feminine. And I can actually totally understand that. Because when I don't have no money, I am pissed. And it's very irritating. But when I do have my money, I am very feminine and I really feel good about myself. But I never understood to balance these out and understand how to step in my feminine mainly. Because also when I was younger, I was also more of like a tomboy. And then as I grew up, I started to get into my girl ways and stuff like that, like dressing wise, not dating wise, but dressing wise. And that was just an eye awakener. Like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Like, now I understand why I was always like, want to be mainly by my brother, be tomboyish and stuff like that. But then when I got older, it started to change. I started dressing more, putting in dresses, really dressing up, a lot, going to school with purses and stuff like that. And that was really like my girl side of me. And it's too funny because in my early teens, my early 17 through my early 20s, I definitely felt that spark of my feminine energy. And I definitely felt great. But I also had some, personal issues going on. So I also was to get numb. So I was moving through my feminine energy with trauma. Okay. And that's a bad thing. Because when you move through your feminine energy with trauma, your decisions are not clear. So you start to look out on the outer world for validation. And this is why you see a lot of women online. This is why you see a lot of women provoke their bodies more than really not hiding their stuff, but really putting on something nice and just accepting that's enough. Like, I shouldn't have to have my butt cheeks and my shorts all the way up my cootie cat just to say I look good, to say I look sexy. Okay? Like, that's what I'm saying. When you see women who wants to sit there and do the extra for that attention, they are moving through trauma. And you can agree to disagree, but that is what it is. Okay? Most of them are moving through trauma. So they rather use their bodies for the attention to gain the validation of being sexy. And this is also why a lot of women wear makeup. The society pushes you and pushes women to wear makeup. So now when they don't wear makeup, they feel like they're ugly or they feel like they're very, very flawed. When in reality, women just need to accept the raw truth of being beautiful without having makeup. So if you want to unmask yourself and you really want to step into your raw truth, understand that you are okay to walk outside a whole entire week to a month without putting makeup on your face. And let me tell you, one time I remember I was around my friends where they all wear makeup, okay? And I was like, I'm the only one who don't wear makeup. I was a lip gloss girl for real, like lip gloss, lipstick, okay? But like the foundation and stuff like that, I just couldn't get into it because I just do my lip gloss and I'm doing my hair. I love doing my hair. And a hair girly, that takes a long time. So me doing my hair and my makeup, I ain't going nowhere at this point. So most of my friends would wear makeup and I wouldn't, okay? So just lipstick, lip gloss, right? One day I finally was like, okay, let me do some makeup. I got my friend to tell me which foundation color, whatever to use. She matched me up pretty good. I try to never forget the matchup she gave me just in case I do ever need to wear makeup. And it was perfect. So I did my little makeup or whatever, just the foundation. She was like, just start with this. So she was actually pretty good, like understanding and knowing at our young age. We were like 15, like 14, 15. Yeah, like about 14, 15, about that age. And she picked out my right foundation, like boom, 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 here you go. And I started doing my makeup and stuff like that before school and stuff. I was hyped. I was like, oh, I look good. And I had my little shortcut and everything. So I really felt good. And I remember one day I took my makeup off and I looked so pale. It looked like my eyebrows were fading away. Like, I don't know. I thought I was tripping. But I'm like, no, 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 no. This makeup making me feel like it's taking my actual real structure face away. Like, I don't know. I started tripping. And I was like, I'm not wearing makeup no more, okay? And just ever since then, I don't want to put makeup on anymore. If I got a flaw, I got a flaw, baby. Like, I don't care. If I got a pimple, I got a pimple. Who don't get pimples? I'd rather have my pimple than kicking it up and trying to hide it. I mean, it's just what it is. And that's just me. Okay? That's just me. I have bad hair days. I'm going to have bad acne days. Definitely when the girl time is on. Okay? So that's just understanding the raw truth of still understanding the beauty even on sometimes your ugly days. Okay? Just really understand that it is okay to step in the beauty of you. It is okay. And I want you to understand that you're going to have to get into the raw truth of you, getting self-aware and regulating your emotions and enhancing your decision making and knowledge. Okay, because we had to fight for education. So while we have the advancements of getting into AI, the advancements of new technology and stuff, books, I legit have the book app on my iPad, okay? Go to the App Store. If you have an iPad, iPhone, whatever, download the books app, okay? And you can have digital books right here in your hand. You don't always have to go to the library. You don't always have to go to Barnes and Noble, any of that. You have technology. This is what I mean when technology has advanced. You cannot be walking around saying, I'm not tech savvy, I'm not tech savvy. That is no more an excuse. All these apps that is on this thing, you better sit your butt up for an hour and search through the app store and figure out what can you find to help advance your skills and your knowledge. Sometimes I literally take an hour or 30 minutes to just go through the app store. Just cause. And I find so many cool apps. And I try them out. And I've learned something every day. Use the technology that is right there in your house, right there that's in your hand, that you spend thousands of hundreds of dollars on. We're not going to do like how the old generation did. We have the technology. We have the resources right here for us. Wasting it is not going to be it. We cannot waste this moment. We have to take this moment to understand that we need to start leveling ourselves up because nobody else is going to do it. No one's going to save you but yourself. You have to understand that, okay, I need to know this knowledge. I need to understand this knowledge. Like, you have to do it. You can't, like, forget pointing fingers at anybody else. Point the finger at you and say, I need to get up and do it because I need this. So let me pull out my technology, figure out what I need to search up, figure out what I need to do. Boom, 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 boom. It is what it is. Like, no more making an excuse. No more. This is it. Get into technology and understanding tech. So you are in access of the knowledge and education that we need to know, that you need to know. So you are able to lead, you are able to teach people. It don't matter what it is, you can teach somebody something. You see how I'm telling you about pulling up your bookstore on the Apple Store? I just taught you something. If you ain't know that, I just taught you something. It's that simple. Be a leader and teach somebody something. Not down somebody, not hate on somebody. Teach them something. What can you teach? It's simple as ever. Teach. How to bleach a black shirt. I don't know. How to trace your shadow. I don't know. But you can teach. Like, we have the hands of technology. You cannot sit here and tell me you are not tech savvy. You cannot sit here and tell me you ain't get the access to no education. Mm-mm. We ain't using that. That is an excuse. The education and the resources are out here. This was an investment for my business. This darn iPad. All my times of designing for my clients, I was designing on my phone. Graphics, websites, everything. On my phone. That I'm recording on now. Everything just on my phone. When women have the access and the resources, we understand that we need to implement them. Get our hands dirty. Put our feet in the water. It's time to ignite what we just created. Okay? Don't sleep on yourself. The resources are here. The resources are here. The fact that women had to fight for leadership positions in education, we're not having to do that anymore. I sit in my home and educate myself. I'm not out here fighting for nothing. I'm paying myself. I'm not out here fighting for that no more. But you know why? Because I stepped up and I made a decision. I'm not working for nobody else. I'm working for myself. I want the freedom. I want to pay myself what I want to pay myself. Fuck, you want to tell me how much you're going to pay me? No, I'm done with that. I'm done. You don't validate what I deserve. You don't validate what I deserve. So with that being said, I'm going to go work for myself. Thank you. Thank you. Come again. Better yet, I ain't coming back. I ain't coming back. I'm going to go build my own legacy. And this is why when you step into business, it's either you do what you got to do, even though you don't want to, but you're going to have to get up and do what you got to do because you are the boss. That's the difference. You're not no employee. You are the boss. You pay yourself, you hire others, you are the boss. Okay? You pay yourself under an employee, under yourself. But at the end of the day, you are still the boss. You are in power. You are in control. Remember, they didn't want that. Remember? I just read that. They didn't want women in power because they thought that's what happens when you think they thought we weren't capable enough. And now look at this. COVID hit. So many women have made in business. So many. Even though that was man-made, COVID, rest in peace to my grandma. Because that was the only thing that was going to take her out. The only thing. But yeah. So many women have started their business since COVID has started. And right there has been so much that has changed. They want to hush us and they want to damage our children even more. They want to hush the women back. They want to take things back from the women. And they still want us to be closed-minded and be yes ma'am and yes sirs as a people pleaser. No. No more people pleasing. I'm walking in my truth, whether you like it or not. Either you disagree or you don't. But I'm not going to mask myself up for you anymore. For society anymore. I'm going to be who I am, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You don't validate me. That is how you need to move. Be confident in you and be confident in yourself. Okay? I think I'm going to wrap it up there. This was good. I'm going to get this. I want y'all to leave y'all comments below. I hope y'all made it through. This is a long road. I hope you made it through this whole video. And if you did, leave your comments below. And let me know what you think. I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions. If you want to work with me, I do have a 6-week leadership mastery collective program. Okay? And it is going to be all about self-mastery and understanding how to step in leadership position, learning how to teach people. What are you here to do to lead your people? My people is different from your people, all right? My audience is different. So who I lead is who you're not going to be leading. If you don't understand who you need to lead and you don't understand what needs to be done, that is what that program is for. If you do know who to lead, but you are so not clear on how to take those actions and how to really embody that into your personal brand as a business leader, this is for you. Okay? So you saw how I read we had to fight to be a business leader. Being able to teach someone, even if you're not actually a business leader coach, but you are just a regular service provider, you still have the right to be called a business leader. Because even starting a business is a leader. So being able to embody that and understand that and gain clarity in what you need to do, this is what that program is for. Okay? I am here for you. I am ready to guide you and teach you and help you understand and uncover what is there for you. I'm going to leave the link in the bio. Okay? And we're only accepting 5 people. So get yourself in there. Don't wait up, all right?